Brief summary. Exodus begins where Genesis leaves off as God deals with his chosen people, the Jews. It traces the events from the time Israel entered Egypt as guests of Joseph, who was powerful in Egypt, until they were eventually delivered from the cruel bondage of slavery into which they had been brought by a new king, which knew not Joseph. Exodus 1:8. Chapters 1-14 describe the conditions of oppression of the Jews under Pharaoh, the rise of Moses as their deliverer, the plagues God brought upon Egypt for the refusal of their leader to submit to him, and the departure from Egypt. God's sovereign and powerful hand is seen in the miracles of the plagues, ending with the plague of death of the firstborn and the institution of the first Passover, the deliverance of the Israelites, the parting of the Red Sea, and the destruction of the Egyptian army. The middle portion of Exodus is dedicated to the wandering in the wilderness and the miraculous provision by God for his people. But even though he gave them bread from heaven, sweet water from bitter, water from a rock, victory over those who would destroy them, his law written on tablets of stone by his own hand, and his presence in the form of pillars of fire and cloud, the people continually grumbled and rebelled against him. The last third of the book describes the construction of the Ark of the Covenant and the plan for the tabernacle, with its various sacrifices, altars, furniture, ceremonies, and forms of worship.